I walked into my husband's law firm opening party expecting champagne and congratulations. Still, instead, I got pointed fingers, cruel laughter, and a divorce envelope handed to me like a cold restaurant bill, while my husband, Julian, announced to a room full of Chicago's elite that I was his firm's very first case. Everyone called me the test-run wife, laughing as he told me to sign the papers and leave. So I did precisely that. I signed, I smiled, and I walked out quietly, because what he didn't know was that I'd been funding his entire dream with $20 million of my own money. In the next 60 seconds, I was about to pull every single dollar out from under him. My name is Tessa Ashford. I'm 46 years old, and for the past 22 years, I've built Ashford Capital Management from absolutely nothing into a portfolio worth north of $200 million. And I don't say that to brag. I say it because understanding where I came from makes what happened next so much worse. I started with $50,000 borrowed from my late father. I turned it into an empire through obsessive dedication, the same dedication I used to support Julian for 14 years while he climbed the legal ladder. I met him at a fundraising gala when he was just 28, a fresh law school graduate with a sharp intellect and a confidence that made senior partners nervous. And when he laughed at my jokes, I thought I'd found my partner for life. Our wedding at the Drake Hotel was everything he wanted, a custom gown that cost more than most cars, and a 3-week honeymoon on the Amalfi Coast where we planned a future that included him opening his own firm. For 13 years, I kept my promise to support him through 80-hour weeks and disappearing weekends, never complaining because I understood ambition. Still, I never expected that my reward for being his foundation would be a public execution of my dignity. Before we get into the cold, calculated way I dismantled everything he built in a single night, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling me what you would have done in my situation. And if this story resonates with you, smash that like button because you're about to hear how one quiet exit destroyed an entire empire. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more stories of resilience. Somewhere around our 10th year, things started changing in ways I didn't want to acknowledge. The late nights became later, the business trips multiplied like rabbits, and Julian started taking calls in other rooms and changing his phone passwords monthly with biometric security he claimed was for client confidentiality. He joined a new gym with odd hours, he started buying expensive lingerie I never saw him wear, and even his perfume changed to something heavy and exotic that clung to his clothes. Still, the most enormous red flag was how his career plans suddenly shifted from making partner at his current firm to opening his own practice within months. When he came to me with a business plan for Cambridge and Associates, asking for the investment capital to get it off the ground, I didn't just write a check. I did my due diligence and discovered he'd been having an affair with Elena, a managing partner at his firm, for 18 months. I knew about every hotel receipt, every photograph, and even the audio recordings of their indiscreet lunches because I paid professionals to learn things. Yet I still wired $20 million into his business account, structured as a series of investments. What Julian and Elena didn't realize in their arrogance was that I had my attorneys bury a specific performance clause on page 47 of the contract, stating the entire investment was a recallable loan contingent on our marriage remaining intact and free from any breach of trust or ethical violations. They thought they were being clever, using my wealth to build their love nest, but I was 3 steps ahead, creating a trap so perfect they wouldn't see it until it snapped shut. The invitation to the grand opening arrived on heavy embossed cardstock, and as Julian handed it to me with a bright, expectant smile, I saw the guilt flicker in his eyes for only a second before it hardened into professional detachment. He wanted me there to witness his triumph, not realizing I was there to witness his funeral. If you can feel the tension building in this betrayal, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into navigating professional challenges and personal deception. Make sure to like and subscribe as we move into the final confrontation. The party at the Four Seasons was a masterclass in humiliation, with colleagues whispering the test-run wife is here as Julian stood on stage with Elena in a possessive posture that made their betrayal public. But when he led me into that private conference room to hand me the divorce papers, he expected me to cry or beg. Instead, I signed every page with a smile and walked out with my phone already in my hand to execute Protocol 7. Within 15 minutes, I made 3 calls that dismantled his life. First, to my attorney to recall every cent of the $20 million. Second, to a private investigator to release the evidence of the affair to Elena's husband. And third, to the managing partner of Julian's old firm to expose his embezzlement of trust funds. By the time I reached my penthouse and poured a glass of scotch, Julian was pounding on my door in a panic because the firm's accounts were empty and his reputation was evaporating in real time. He screamed that I was destroying innocent people, including his parents who mortgaged their home to invest, but I coldly reminded him that I had already structured a repayment plan for the innocent parties, while he and Elena were left to face the criminal charges and disbarment they deserved. He thought he was upgrading from a test run to the real thing, but he failed to realize that you don't get to use someone's heart and bank account as a stepping stone without facing the consequences. 6 months later, he's an associate at a mid-sized firm starting from zero, while I'm free and more powerful than ever, having taught him that character matters more than ambition and that underestimating a quiet woman is a fatal business mistake. This wasn't just about revenge, it was about justice and making sure that those who think they can discard people like trash learn that the world has a way of balancing the scales. If you found this ending satisfying and believe that integrity is non-negotiable, please hit that like button and drop a comment telling me what you would have done in my situation. And if this story resonates with you, smash that like button because you're about to hear how one quiet exit destroyed an entire empire. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to join our community of resilient professionals who know their worth and never